Well, people, I followed my hunch. I said I followed my hunch, and it led me to something interesting, and I want to share that with you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is Sunday. Happy Sunday, November 23rd of 2025. I have 10:06 in the p.m. Let's say it together. Praise our Heavenly Father, from whom all blessings flow. I pointed out in this video, Candace Owens accuses Macron of plotting to have her unalived. During that segment, I showed this because I cannot recall the last time I saw Donald J. Trump in red and black. It gave me pause. I said it gave me pause. Now, I want you to understand something. I teach the 5 C's of clues, codes, the colors, the comprehension and conclusion. This week really touched me in terms of atmosphere. Let me explain. I believe Trump lost his grip this week, and he knows it. His rating went down to 36% approval. At the end of last week, he had to flip the script on some tariffs because the price of coffee and bananas, everything was soaring, so he had to walk it back. And then he lost Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's an argument, but I want you to understand, it's his climate. And he's got on this red and black. I think it's a signal that he's lost his grip. But let me show you what I believe the biggest one was. And this is what led me to this video tonight. This right here. I just want to point. I want you to read. Look, that's the number 6. Democrat lawmakers, many of whom are military, spoke out against President Donald Trump this week after he labeled them what? This word right here. For a video they released advising troops to do what? This orders. I know they play the game in front of us, but I think they're trying to tell us he's losing his grip. When the army turns their back on the leader, fill it in, people. You're losing your grip. Do you follow me? Now, these are the 6. And I put it all together. But before you see these 6 and how I break it down, these are the 6. I want you to see something historically. Because with the 5 C's, you got to go in the past to understand the future and how they speak without speaking. So look, the first U.S. This Act right here came out in 1798 when it was signed by President John Adams as part of the larger Alien and This Act. It was enacted during a period of political tension and was designed to target critics of this. It came into fruition on July 14th, 1798. Now, I want you to understand something. President John Adams was a founding father. Did you know that 3 out of the first founding fathers, if I'm quoting this right, died on July 4th? Listen to me very good. 3 out of the first founding fathers died on July 4th. 3 early U.S. founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and John Monroe, all died on July 4th. Jefferson and Adams died on the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, while Monroe died 5 years later in 1831. Look at that history. I've taught this before, but I want to give you context. I want you to see how deep this is. We have this act, July 14th. We have this president, July 4th, and he died, they say, of natural causes. But the fact that he died on July 4th and the first 3 out of 5 presidents died on July 4th should give you pause. I've said historically in my videos that I believe the ones that got out of sync with the one world plan for the future of America, they will unalive. I'll always believe that because, like I said, when I teach you guys, America was not made for you. It was made to develop a one world system. Whereas a lot of these founding fathers, they were strictly patriotic, like us. Do you follow me? Now, this is his birthday, October 30th, 1735. So you got October 30th, 1785. His death date, again, July 4th, 1826. Now let's break this thing down. 10/30, 1798 is the anniversary of John Adams' date of birth. That's the president, John Adams. 7/14, 1798 is his death. So let me go back again. 10/30, 1798 is the anniversary of the birth of John Adams. 7/14, 1798 is this, I don't want to say the word. It's this act. So let me quote it again. That's this act. This, July 14th, 1798. July 14th. July 14th, 1798 is the act. 10/30 is the date of birth anniversary of the president. Look at the difference. 322, skull and bones. 316, like John 3:16, Jesus in the Gospels. 3:16 is sacrifice. And what is 108? It's the future. 108 years we just celebrated President Kennedy. Somebody about to be unalive, people. Somebody about to be unalive. He got on the red and black. That's sacrifice. Listen to me real good. Something about to go down. The anniversary of the president versus the act that was signed by him, the difference, the same year. 322, 316 for sacrifice, and 108 is when Kennedy died. It's deep, y'all. It's deep. Now look, watch this. 7/14/2024, that's when the act was signed into law, right? And 6/14/2025 is Trump's birthday this year. So this is the anniversary of the law. Sorry about all the confusion. This is the anniversary of that act being signed into law. The anniversary versus Trump's birthday gives you 111, snake eyes. Also gives you 48. What is 48? April 8th of last year, what happened? There was an X across the earth, across the sky, which was what? An eclipse. 48 eclipse. And what is 111? Well, Pope Francis died on the 111th day of the year, April 21st. And I call that snake eyes. The slit in the eye of a snake. Let's look. Snake eyes. Welcome new subscribers. Snake eyes. Okay, see if I get this right. We'll go back. We'll get it right. Snake eyes. Boom, here we go. The slit in the eye, the one. We're back in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve. He's prowling again. So, now look. July 4th, 1947. That is the anniversary of that act being signed. 6/14/1946 is the exact date that Donald Trump was born. So after 55 weeks after Donald Trump was born, that's when they signed this act. What is 55? Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. Who's the modern day Julius Caesar? It's deep, y'all. Now look, here's the people. Remember I told you there was a list? There were 6 lawmakers, mainly veterans, who went against Trump. And he called them what? He called them this word right here. And I just explained to you when this act, right? There's no difference in that, right? So let's look at the 6. That's her. She is from Michigan. She's from Michigan. July 10th, 2024. Subtracted from Trump's birthday this year, the difference is 11/5. Trump was elected on November 5th, was he not? Here's the second one. Mark Kelly. Look at his birthday. 2/21. His birthday next year is that. Trump's birthday this year, 6/14, is 8/8. Didn't Trump erect 2 flagpoles this year? 88 feet tall. Here's the third one. Jason Crow, March 15th. March 15, 2026, next year birthday. Trump's birthday this year, 6/14/2025. The difference is 274. What's 274? That's Sol Invictus. That's that sun god. 274 AD, Sol Invictus. That's the sun god. That's where we're going. They want us to worship this sun god in the future. Aurelian brought this into fruition. Aurelian, in 274 AD. It's deep, y'all. See how every legislator that went against Trump has a numerical significance. Aurelian. Now look, here's the other one. Christina Houlihan. She was born June 5th, 1967. Christina. June 5th, 2026, birthday next year. Trump's birthday, 6/14/2025. The difference is 11/22. What's 11/22? That's the day that JFK was assassinated. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Here's the other one. Maggie Goodlander. Look at her birthday, November 4th, 1986. November 4th, 2024, her birthday last year. Subtracted from Trump's birthday this year, gives you 7/13. What happened on 7/13? They said Trump got hit in the ear, an attempt on his life. It's also 222. You know, that's the beast system, the Antichrist beast system. Look at this. And here's the last one. Chris Deluzio. Look at his birthday, July 13th. What happened on July 13th? Just like this. That's the day that Trump got hit in the ear in Butler, Pennsylvania. Look at that, July 13th. So look at it. July 13th, 2025, that politician's birthday this year. And look at this. 11/20/2025 is when they went up against Trump. The difference is 47. Trump's the 47th president. You know, these are mathematical improbabilities. I believe it's speaking. And we have 6. And we have this act. And we have John Adams. I believe it's all relevant. And I believe it's significant. And this is the most significant part here. October 30th, 1798 is the anniversary of the death of John Adams, the president. 7/14/1798. That's the day that this act was signed by John Adams. The difference is 322 Skull and Bones, 108, the future of Kennedy, and 316 is sacrifice. Was it speaking to him? This might be a very traumatic week coming up, people. I told you guys, Monday Night Football. Some people are saying Thanksgiving football, something might happen. I don't know. I know this is speaking. That's all I know. Tell me what you think. All these legislators, the numbers are speaking. That's speaking. 11-1 is Snake Eyes. 55, Julius Caesar. 1105, that's when Trump was elected. 88, the flagpoles, which will go to 44 if he's unalive. 274, the sun god. 1122, Kennedy assassination. 713, attempt on his life, Butler, Pennsylvania. And 47 is Trump. Good night, and may God bless.